Hello and welcome back to Moss Valley. The final episode. Possibly. I don't know. Now you'll see my HUD is on display. That is because it was only ever off because I was practicing for the roleplay series, which is now in full swing. So I don't need to practice. Well, I do, but it'll be within the roleplay now. So the HUD is back on, which is good because I like seeing the information that's on display. I like the icons, etc. It makes my life a little bit easier when I'm playing this game. That said, I am enjoying the roleplay series massively, and I believe my viewers, yourselves, you are enjoying it because that is getting quite a lot of high foot traffic in terms of views and comments and feedback, so that is fantastic. The best way to help me is to provide those comments. The likes and subscribing also helps, but the comments will help me direct how I do my episodes. So when people want to see certain things, I will try and map that into it, especially on the roleplay. That's a bit harder because it needs a bit more planning, but on episodes like this, telling me what you want to see will let me carry that out. So it really does massively help me. Now, that said, again, with the roleplay, I am torn between doing this and the roleplay together because I want to spend as much time as possible doing the roleplay episodes, which is why I've lost a bit of focus on what the aim here. The aim ultimately was to basically buy the field sequentially, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And that's why in the last episode we cut down those trees to make a path. All those things are positive, but I don't know, I've just lost a bit of oomph on this series at the minute. It's a lovely map and I do want to spend more time on the map. It just might not be in a YouTube video at this stage. Again, put some comments in telling me what you want to do. If you want to continue this, I will absolutely do that, but if you want to see something different, again, I can look to doing that as well. But yeah, that's my drive. My only caveat to the roleplay, unfortunately, it's an FS19 map that's been converted to FS22, and the productions and sell points are not fully functional, which is making my life very difficult. The forthcoming episodes, you will see that, and you will see how I'm trying to get around that. But that's the only drawback to that particular map. It's a lovely, cracking map, but it's not designed for FS22 off the cuff. I need to tweak and add to it. The other drawback to doing that series to this one, I don't get to use all the toys that I like. So this quick build, for instance, fantastic mod. Not very realistic. I'm not holding that it is realistic, but it is something that makes my grass work fantastic and easy and manageable, and I enjoy using it. But I get a lot of views on the roleplay series because you may well want to watch more realistic gameplay, in which case, again, tell me and I will try and facilitate that. So yeah, that's my only issue, is I don't know how to draw this series. That said, for now, I am going to continue today's episode, wait for your feedback, and then determine what to do next. I have fields 2 and 3 which are new. Nothing's ready to harvest or grass to be cut. I need to purchase the soil information here and here, and I believe certainly one of the fields, if not both, will need to be weeded. So I think we do field prep on this episode. So because I've just bought those fields, we get them prepped up, and then we can see what's ready to harvest at the best quality we can until we replant with something new. Again, all making the assumption that this series continues, which partly I hope it does, because I do like the map. I like the customizable options I've got, where I've built my own farm, got my own logos. I'm hoping to try and expand that a little further. There are lots of things I'm planning to do, whether it be in this series, other series, the roleplay series, that allows a bit of creativity. So yes. Right, so weeding. Let's hop into this tractor. So I'm hoping to maybe not do quite as much time lapsing maybe cutting between points, but today is very much a let's play and a let's talk, and Mr. Dex is talking a lot. Oops. My driving has not improved though. It is much better, weirdly, in the roleplay, and for anyone who's watching that and doesn't think that's the case and is laughing at me, okay, I'll accept that too. So, big caveat is, how do I get to field 2? Because I've gone the wrong way, haven't I? Can I cut through that hedge? I can. See, this is the bonus when you're not doing realistic roleplay. You can cheat. Again, one of the advantages and perks to doing a series like this, I don't need to confine myself to any level of rules. It is quite impressive how quick you get used to another map and forget where you're going on maps you have been playing. So I'm going to assume this is field 2. Is that just the grass field? Though it is, isn't it? So it is field 3 that needs the weeder. Now, the other thing I've had on the roleplay series is a lot of comments asking about if I'm going to do it in multiplayer with people. I'm not going to set up any major group multiplayer at all, but what I am going to do is it is working. So what I'm going to do, and is already happening anyway in the roleplay, I have got someone assisting me with the currently voiceover work, and with any luck they'll be doing some in-game appearances. I have someone else who's also looking to assist with that, and there are reasons behind that, which is going to be apparent in the forthcoming episodes. But it might be that we do something where it's a let's play a bit like this, but with someone else taking part alongside me. Part of what drives me, and whilst I am doing a lot of good talking right now, what drives me is having that ability to just talk with someone while I'm gaming. And that's been the biggest struggle with the roleplay, because I'm ultimately talking to myself and trying to make up a story. And this one here, I am just talking to myself and not making up a story, just making up a lot of waffle. And I don't know, having someone here might just be a bit more of that ability to bounce off each other and have a bit of a plan. And I've seen a few of the YouTubers doing it as well, and it seems to work quite well for them. So yeah, I don't know. That is one of my thought processes. Now the other thing, I'm not quite sure if you can do weeding in the rain. Obviously in the game you can, it's working. I'm not sure if you're meant to or not. I must admit, I do hate weeding, because whilst you can see these ones reasonably well, they're not the best of seeing them with certain tools. So going back onto the topic of either a new series or continuing with the elements of the roleplay side of things, if we were to do more of a realistic series, not a roleplay, but a series of gameplay, what kind of rules or conditions or equipment would you like to see? What would be, in your view, something that's watchable? Because again, I think for a future series, my idea would be that the episodes are based on what you're telling me to do. That also has to be based on the fact that you tell me. But yeah, people let me say, right, in the next episode or in 2 episodes time, can you do this? Will you do that? Or you need to do this? That kind of thing. Again, not quite sure how that'll work, because between recording and being told what to do, I don't know how much of a gap there's going to be, how functional it's going to be. So, and also for those who watch this a short time after it's been aired. So if this one airs on today, the day you're watching it, and my next recording is in 4 days' time, but the person who's then watching this episode in 5 days' time isn't able to contribute to the future recordings, because the likelihood is it's already happened. So I already recognise that there are pitfalls in doing something like that. Now, what I've realised is this is a very small reader and this is a very big field. So I'm going to essentially finish this myself, and I will come back to you once this is done. Okay, well, that's the field weeded. It is still raining. In fact, it feels like it's getting even heavier, the rain. So I'm going to have to guess we're going to have to do some liming on this field. So I'm going to have to try and guess how to get back again. So I'm not sure how long that field took to do. It wasn't too long, I don't think. Maybe 10, 15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer. But I'm very happy that it is being achieved. Again, when doing things like this, while you can easily dev certain parts of it, you can't do everything. And the only way to achieve the goal there was to do the field. Ever since using experimental pastures, this has been a problem. Now, if you're not familiar with this, having the trailer filled with lime or fertilizer and the spreader at the front, it will use the trailer's storage as if it was in the actual spreader itself. It makes things very, very easy when trying to go and do a task when the capacity of the item is quite limited. Now, I did find this out by accident. But ever since finding out about it, it's been a godsend. So it's not this one, next one. Now, the only downside is I have got the mud mod on, it's raining, and that trail is heavy. Have I totally gone the wrong way again? Totally have. I am not with it today, Dex. What did I say about the mud mod? Dear. Right, I'll get back to you once I'm fixed. So I've taken the trailer off for the time being, and I will see if I can refill this from the trailer. I don't think I can. So it may well be that we have to add the trailer back to this to finish the field. Yeah, I think this might struggle. We'll see. So once I have limed this field, I will lime the grass field next door, and I think that is where we will leave the episode, because I don't plan to do much cutting and time-lapsing. In fact, I don't plan to do any time-lapsing. And we are getting to about the 25-minute mark already, and that's about the capacity of what my PC and rendering can cope with reasonable ease. Now, in case anyone's wondering why my lime is looking a bit different, I have a texture pack on that gives me a slightly tainted colour of lime compared to the white. I find it a little bit more realistic in appearance. But the tractor still appears white. Now, obviously in the real world, we would not be driving through the field of crop with this kind of setup and this kind of weather, because this would just destroy all of this. I do think I have got crop destruction turned on mine, so not sure why it's not doing that. And with any luck, this should be enough in the trailer to do this entire field without having to make a second trip. Okay, that's the field almost over, which means the episode is also almost over. Please, if nothing else for this episode, give me the comments on feedback as to what you want me to do or what you want to see next. But on that measure, please like, subscribe and comment, because these are all free ways to make my channel grow, and it is amazing, but it does make a drastic difference on how my videos are viewed by other people. So any support like that would be really, really appreciated. So, on this nice, wet, miserable June day in the UK, which is not too dissimilar to my current weather in my current location in the United Kingdom, whilst we are at the end of May, not the middle of June. For those who have been watching, thank you for watching. Bye for now.